take a bath now?
I mean, you can though. No, get Trey to run the walk.
What's wet?
We're situated about 8 miles
I know how to run the water.
Okay, run the walk. No,
But
don't take no shot, take a bath. Yeah.
Taking on the New York Jets. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. He's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Close my door a little bit. Close my door. Just a little bit. That's all right. Appreciate it.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And he goes down at the 26. Pick up a 13, and that last play began at the 13. First down.
Juice just said
Right side of his running straight.
Tell them, hey, they don't run shit. Tell them run to the bath.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. If you're these receivers, you gotta be ready, because when he's gonna throw it quick on that RPO, he's gonna throw it quick.
This is why you spend time with your guy, either in the off season, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes it's just a lot of it. He's seeing the same thing, and he knows to get the ball to him right away.
He'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, and first down.
But they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago. Maybe it's another catch here for good yardage.
So in Jet territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 42-yard line. Operating from the gun, Andrews.
Oh my God, already? Oh my fucking God. Come on, man.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at the 45. And they'll start the drive here with an end around.
Because we saw them working out in the practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they can block when they get the defense moving in one direction. When they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Bruce Hall.
Damn, man, threw a fucking interception, bro. What the fuck?
This time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
Look at love on corner routes.
Takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be second down. The Jets at 9-6 now, and they're coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 20 straight.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now let's throw corner center. That was hard. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets use the
Ooh, that boy going for it.
on the first in this one. Rodgers and the Jet offense staying out there. They'll go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will get in to make it 8-0. The Jets get team out now to They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get it down at the 17-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Niners are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Moody good with the extra point, and this is now a one-point game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And now off to the races down the right side. A very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Mims in motion right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And I think the ball's out. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you've got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
Throws the out route and completes it to Samuel. This defense for the Jets, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
102 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there's a 49er who's in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Andrews on first down. And his throw here is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Operating from the gun, Andrews. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. They'll run with Chubb. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Now they'll audible to something else. To throw is Andrews. To throw on 2nd down. And he couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. The slot man in motion right. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Now Moody for the PAT. And it's up and good to make this now a 14-8 ball game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Rodgers. And he's got his man on the out route. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. With a lot of the media, Charles, ourselves included, starting to prep those MVP ballots, you wonder if last week's performance, which he admitted was not very good, if that hurt him at all coming down the stretch.
Less than 50 yards on the ground in last week's game that you referenced, and let's face it, if he has another game like that, we'll erase him from the MVP discussion. He won't even be talked about anymore. He has to bounce back with 100+ in this one in order to stay in that race.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall from 17 yards out. And the Jets are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And with it, his guys take the lead here by a point. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change, a quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result. When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that went to the right side and incomplete. That close on third down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on third and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on fourth. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, 49ers. Nick Chubb. His second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the 49ers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, that situation, Charles, where it's too long for the field goal. Why not take a chance on fourth down? And, boy, does it pay off handsomely.
And living with a lot of second guessing goes with the job description when you're the head coach. And most guys nowadays, they understand and study analytics. They have someone on staff that walks them through it and then talks in their ear on game day. So they're a lot more comfortable rolling the dice and going for it.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. This pass out wide to Hall. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
I I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 4. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Back to the ground with Hall. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. 26. Throwing is Rodgers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Rodgers now to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, and they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Boy, 196 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Andrews throwing on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Drops it off for Chubb. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill in for a loss.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To throw on third down, Andrews. That went behind his man. Incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. Rodgers to throw on second down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. Yeah, that'll cross midfield here, not by much. Out of bounds just on the other side of the 50. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter. There he goes, left side. How about this? He's to the 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Donovan Peoples-Jones, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will put them on top here in the third. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Chubb on the counter. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Here's Andrews. Off the play fake. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just have been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Andrews now on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now they're in the hurry-up. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
What we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fielded just inside the 20. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Rodgers going to throw. He's got the hook up to Lazard. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Give to Hall running right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first down, right back to Hall. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now it's Rodgers. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. One more time with Hall. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll try to run it here with Hall. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, and remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Here we go, a big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Marvin Mims, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets will add to their 4th quarter lead. Now the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. Now we'll pause here for an injury. And it's Deebo Samuel. He's the man in question right now who will need some attention. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. There's still plenty of time here in the 4th quarter. Just a 1-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and 2-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they're going to speed things up here. Andrews on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They go up the middle with Chubb.
205 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 4. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is incomplete, but a flag back at the line of scrimmage. And this could be a 1st down.
And a penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward.
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. There's a quick throw right side, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw is Andrews. To throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And his kick is indeed good, and that'll get the lead down to 5. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset?
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He's on his way. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Donovan Peoples-Jones. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Rodgers and the Jet offense staying out there. They'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. Only had a couple of yards to gain there on the 2-point conversion, and they were able to do it.
And how many teams shy away from running the football in the 2-point conversion? They treat 2 yards as if it were 20. If you're a good team running the ball, go to your strength. Go ahead and push it into the end zone.
Yeah, they did. It worked. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And the Niners are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Chubb not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Operating from the gun, Andrews. This is caught. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's third and goal. And quickly they get to the line.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal.
Mitchell.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Turnover that just got them the football back. Obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't. Especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like, almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains, wear down the clock, and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he's only able to get it up to about the 2-yard line. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right.
He's got his target. That's complete.
It's a big play there for the Jets on third down. 44 yards. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Rodgers throwing here.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Now a 2nd and 10.
And again, it's Rodgers.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. His throw incomplete.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
It's C.J. Henderson picking it off.
And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Rodgers looking to throw.
He'll air this one out for Mims.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets.
Marvin Mims
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Jets are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this fourth-quarter lead.
They'll try and run it here. And make them 4 for 4 now on 2-point conversions as he'll take this one in for the score. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the 49er hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Off play action. Andrews.
And this one too low.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They give to Chubb out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
That is caught.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So an offensive final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play.
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed